right, folks, welcome to another stream. Here we are. Uh, Man, we got a lot going on right now. Bear with me one moment while I get my bearings here. Looks like we are live on X. Let me double check YouTube and Twitch real quick. Make sure those settings are all a go. Yeah, we got a lot to get into today. Let's see here. Okay. There we go. All right, so that's up. Let's just check Twitch real quick. Um, yeah. Okay. All is a go. Welcome everybody. Glad to have you. We're actually, I say actually, we got some work to do today. So, interesting conversations happening in Discord. Oh man. Oh man. Uh, Oh man, I wish you guys could see this. Oh man. Okay. Okay. All right. Uh, Musical chairs. Little musical chairs just happened in the Quai team just now. That's funny. That's funny. We're getting set up with Claude, guys. So let's let's get this ready to rock and roll here. Yep, that's what we want. This is gonna be an interesting experience. What is going on here? What is going on here? Need to log in to Claude. Sorry, guys. What what is happening right now? What is happening right now? Okay. Interesting. Maybe I need to log out. Let's try this again. Log in there. Continue. Sorry, folks. Oh, I guess I can't use the Chrome extension. That's weird. Anywho, but we should be good to go. Let's get rid of the Claude extension. Let's remove that extension. Remove. Continue with Google. Yada yada yada. I'll show you guys what's going on here in a second. Accept. Or what are we on? We're on the team plan. Okay. All right. Anywho, guys, we're checking out some clips that we just created this recently. Let me pull this up for you guys. We always got so much going on over here. I want to talk about Claude and vibe coding. I want to talk about Davos. It's absolutely insane what's going on out there right now. But we need to scroll through some of these clips we just created. Guys, when Project Soap went live, um, the team was actually on a live stream during the hard fork. How many teams do that? How many teams do a hard fork upgrade live on a stream? I tell you what, more will in the future. That's for sure. Oh, our desktop audio is all jacked. Let's try this. Okay, here we go. Nope. Come on. Try this.
In economics. I mean, if you just look at the state
There
of
we go.
L1s here and some of the financial data, surprisingly, Tron, one of the top L1s in terms of chain revenue. It is used globally for payments. USDT circulates on it, and people actually use Tron probably more than they use Bitcoin or Ethereum, just in terms of like actually using it for payments. I'd say even more than Solana potentially. And so a lot of this is in transaction fees. And so Quai will start out here because with this chain revenue from SOAP, the revenue from transaction fees is also additive into that. And so, if we start out 10K, that puts us near Avalanche, ICP, Starknet, Ton, Cardano, Near. So just the
Not my favorite. Check out this clip.
from the miner side, super easy, just like mining any other proof of work coin. And the novelty and the uniqueness is, well, we have this entirely new operation and this new protocol revenue feature and this new way in which we've truly subsidized the chain, because now we have essentially removed that miner emission and we've made it a way that the network itself becomes more sustainable and operational long term. And just the economics of that versus having to pivot to proof of stake or pivot to some other token or pivot to something else, we found a way to crack this nut. And it's a thing that we'll look back on and say, wow, like that was pretty smart. And so excited to see that play out. Cadena was a $120 million project, went to zero basically, and other chains have had to move away from proof of work just because that cost is a lot to bear on communities and tokens. And so instead of viewing it as like a something that needs to be moved away from, it's just how do you lean into it? And I think we found a good way to lean into it. And by going even further down that route, we found a way to make it work for us.
That one's not bad. This should be
Proof
good.
of stake is a straight fucking fiat Ponzi derivative. Like it's the exact same thing as the Federal Reserve. It's just like wrapped up in some technological or jargon that's pushed by people that like Neon cats. Like it doesn't make any fucking sense whatsoever. I'm sorry. And if you do like sensically look at it, it's VCs trying to create a narrative to scalp retail. That is it. So like I have very um, blunt opinions about proof of stake. I don't think there's any redeemable qualities to it. So if I can't have soundness of money, I can't have economic decentralization. What's the fucking point? There is no point. So like I'm not going to be charitable to proof of stake at all, because like if you look at it objectively and reasonably and understand what it's doing, it has no
I love
redeeming
this clip.
characteristics whatsoever.
Love this clip. We'll probably get that one out. What up, Energy?
Profitable mining
Don't
in
work too hard, man.
fucking crypto.
Welcome to the chat, Go. Guys, we're just getting rolling over here. Man, we already started just diving straight in. First of all, we like to hand out Quai around here. We do so on X using Kipper Money, so make sure you go sign up for Kipper Money. I'll show you how easy it is to use. It's a browser extension in Chrome. There's also an Android mobile app as well, but you can just, find your favorite content creator like Energy over here. And, once you got the extension installed, you can just, dude, yeah, set fire to that blue pill CBDC 100%. I'm going to TB5 card. Boom. That easy, guys. There it goes. On chain. Peer to peer digital cash. On X. Look at that. That's so fast. That's so fast. You can now make Web3 apps that like act like Web2 apps. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Energy says, I like what Dr. K goes savage. I do too, man. Did you catch that Proof of stake rant he just went off on. That was good. We're screening some clips for
right here,
Veronica
right
right now.
now. What we're saying happens here with SOAP now is anyone that chooses to mine Quai with Kapow, SHA, or Script is actually going to be a net positive contributor to the system. Holders want more hash rate. Hash rate wants more holders. Everybody just wants more people in the system, and if more people enter the system, everything is positive for everybody.
That's gonna be my favorite part. Boom. That one's alright. I only have two that I really like right now.
Mining has always been a negative attribute from a price perspective. So yes, it provides security, but that security comes at a cost. That cost is directly borne by the network, and that you need continuous buying or growth to offset the selling to pay for the miners providing the security. This is what we would call negative feedback. What we're saying happens here with SOAP now is anyone that chooses to mine Quai with Kapow, SHA, or Script is actually going to be a net positive contributor to the system. So not only are they providing security, but they're actually going to make the net value of the system go up because they're going to decrease the total amount of Quai in circulation, and they're going to cause both liquidity in the exchange to increase. The interesting thing with the SOAP construction now is if you're a miner, you actually want to tell your friends, because if you tell your
This is a
friends
clip.
and their value comes into the system, the total value rises. So you're not crowding out your own
This is a
profitability, you're
clip.
actually enhancing it by spreading the word. It also aligns the incentives between holders and miners.
Was this crypto game changer? Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. This proof of stake as a crypto fiat Ponzi scheme is like that's a banger. That one's huge.
When TradFi gets a hold of things, they control it through synthetic. Like just so you know, so anytime you make derivatives that you can settle in dollars and you can also print the dollars, guess what that fucking means? It means like you can control a commodity's price, right? They've done it with gold. They're doing it to Bitcoin. They can't do it with silver because people are actually consuming the silver. So this crazy silver squeeze is being forced because there's no silver to like build the new GPUs. So it doesn't necessarily work there. But when you don't have a lot of consumption relative to stock, right, you can control it using derivatives because you can print the money. So basically, because they have dollar control and everything's dollar denominated, they can control everything.
Hmm, that's a good one. We need more context for that one though. It's not my favorite. This should be a good one.
If BTC could scale so that people could use it without a custodian, like we wouldn't be here, we wouldn't have this problem, we
Thanks,
wouldn't have this
man.
discussion. You know, I think most Bitcoiners like understand
Appreciate
the
you
semantics
guys.
connection between proof.
Actually, I've gotten two comments today. Just good feedback on how I'm doing on spaces, and I gotta say, I really, really appreciate the comments. This community is just absolutely amazing. I was not expecting to be a Spaces host when I got into this. But, like a good soldier, we pick up the slack where it's needed, and it took me a while to actually get comfortable with it. And I was very nervous in the beginning, very nervous, I'll just admit. Um, so it feels like we've come full circle today, with now two comments from the community. I really appreciate it, guys. Yeah, I can feel it. You guys rock. This community is absolutely amazing. I say it on the spaces, but one of the biggest reasons I get up every morning is because you guys have been through some shit. All right, like I fought in the long war, but in the crypto world, it's hard to find communities as open and welcoming as intelligent and dedicated as the Quai Nation community. You know, September is the 5th year birthday, and I've only been around for about 2 years, but I've been in quite a few different crypto communities and RSC channels from back in the day, and this truly feels like home. So appreciate that energy. Appreciate all you guys for the kind comments. Uh, Sometimes I feel like a mouse surrounded by elephants when I'm sitting on a space with Dr. K and people who can hash it up at his level. But hopefully I do a decent job reconnected it back to the normies like myself.
To work and like money and Bitcoin, right? The thing that gets caught up is the fact that solving one problem of money that gold had, which is soundness, and bringing that into a digital form doesn't solve the other problems, which are your sort of transferability is really the biggest one, right? Because that speaks to scale, which really prevents it from being used as money. And that's where Bitcoiners fall down on themselves. Is they'll be like, oh, well, Lightning works, and you're like, well, how long would it take everyone in the world to open a Lightning channel? And you're like, oh, about 80 years, right? Like, there's just no credible way that Bitcoin goes to scale, which means there's no credible way that you can use it as a money base. And then people will say something like, okay, well, we can use it as banks and use Visa, and we have provable reserves. The problem with having provable reserves is like, yes, you can demonstrably prove that somebody has the Bitcoin, but you can't prove their debts. You can't prove their obligations. And it only matters if somebody's holding your Bitcoin if you can prove both. And there's an impossibility of being able to prove obligations. And if you can't prove obligations, your proof of reserves is shit. And so, like, that's the fundamental problem, right? If BTC could scale so that people could use it without a custodian, like, we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't have this problem. We wouldn't have this discussion. But fundamentally, there's no way to remain trustless and sovereign with custodians in the mix or to scale Bitcoin on chain with things like Lightning. It just doesn't work.
Yeah, that's a good one too. Not my favorite. Um, I kind of wish like I'm looking for, themes here that people like myself latch onto. What are the themes with Bitcoin scaling that I'd love to get a clip of is when you can't scale something like Bitcoin, guess what you end up doing? You end up printing receipts on the Bitcoin and then you end up with fiat again, which is absolutely hilarious. As if Bitcoin goes full circle back to fiat. But uh, yeah. All right. Step one done. Let's ping Veronica, let her know. Updated list. Those are my top three. Number one is the POS, Fiat Ponzi clip. But we gotta watch that one again. What up, Matt? Morning, Quails. Bit of running around to do as well. You guys rock, man. You're freaking multitasking and still tuning into this. I know why you're doing it though. I know why you're doing it for that sweet, sweet Quai. uh, yeah. Time to reevaluate Fort Knox. 100%. 100%. We just watched the clip, kind of related to that. But let's check out this proof of stake clip again. This is a banger.
Proof of stake is a straight fucking fiat Ponzi derivative. Like it's the exact same thing as the Federal Reserve. It's just like wrapped up in some technological or jargon that's pushed by people that like Nyan cats. Like it doesn't make any fucking sense whatsoever. I'm sorry. And if you do like sensically look at it, it's VCs trying to create a narrative to scalp retail. That is it. So like I have very um, blunt opinions about proof of stake. I don't think that there's any redeemable qualities to it. So if I can't have soundness of money, I can't have economic decentralization. What's the fucking point? There is no point. So like I'm not going to be charitable to proof of stake at all because like if you look at it objectively and reasonably and understand what it's doing, it has no redeeming characteristics whatsoever.
Boom. I just wish the subtitles weren't on top of the cameras. Maybe we can fix that. Straight fucking fiat Ponzi, guys. That's what proof of stake is. When you print assets that aren't backed by anything, what are you doing? What, like, man, I went to Solana Summer Shores last year, and it was a really interesting event. Really interesting event. Kipper Money had just come out, and we were hobnobbing with a bunch of crypto KOLs, trying to get their feedback and opinions on Kipper as a great way to earn on X, since that is their bread and butter. Um, but ultimately, I found out like none of these people actually understand why crypto was created in the first place. Like the number of people who don't understand, the number of people. Oh man, I gotta share my screen here. Yeah, we're sharing our screen. Okay, the number of people in crypto that have no idea why crypto was created in the first place blows my mind. Who else missed why crypto 101? What fiat fiat plus fractional reserve banking is and why it fails. Seriously. What up, Dan? Excuse me, guys. Welcome to the chat. We're about to dive in to some Claude code today, guys. I've been using Cursor Composer 1 for quite some time. It absolutely blows me away, but the team has hooked it up. So, and Jonathan and Alan are like beating at me over the head right now. They're like, Claude code is the only way to code. Stop using Cursor. So we're gonna give it a shot today. Um, Hopefully we'll all learn something together. We're starting from zero here, so it should be, an educational experience for everybody, hopefully. I'll try to, talk out loud as I think through these things. When I learn, I tend to get really quiet, so I'll do my best. But we have Claude, um, and looks like I can connect my tools to Claude Code. We need to get code though. We need to get Claude Code. So let's go over here. Mm-mm-mm-mm. We can install it in VS Code, or we can start in the web. What should we do? What should we do? What should we do? Um, Might as well install it in VS Code, I guess. I really like Cursor, but I need to open a new project here. Let's cd. Let's change directories. I'll share my screen here in a second. Um, let's make a directory, call it Claude. And then make directory, uh, call it test project. There we go. All right, let's open our test project folder. Dev space, Claude test project. Okay, we'll open this up. We'll share my screen. Let's do this. Properties. Not that, not that, not that. Oh, wait, no. Where is, oh, here it is. Okay. Okie dokie. Here we go, guys. Let's make this bigger here and shrink this down here. Yoink. Yoink. There we go. All right. And then we'll throw it in the background there. Is that good? Yep. What? What just happened? Oh, we gotta rename this. Properties. Yeah, whatever. Okay. Let's increase this appearance. Let's zoom in a little bit. View. Zoom in a little bit so you guys can actually see what the heck is going on. All right, so we're in Visual Studio Code. I'm going to follow the instructions to install Claude Code into VS Code. Boom. Nope, that's not it. That's not it. Let's try this. Sure. Trust Anthropic. We are installing Claude Code into VS Code. Let's see. We need to test a video generator. Your AI coding partner. Open Claude Code. Boom. Like that. Oh, cool. Let's get rid of that. And then yeah, we're gonna open this here. Select dominant strategies. Authorize. Okay. Are we back? Nice. All right, we're in. Cool. I can chat with Claude. I can view past conversations, yada yada yada. Rock on. All right, cool. Let's go back to the file explorer. All right, we need a terminal. And we're gonna try a video generation tool. Let's see here. Copy link. Let's check this out. This is what Alan shared with us just now. Remotion now has agent skills. Make videos just with Claude Code. NPX skills add Remotion dev skills. Cool. Okay, let's try this out. Here's how we created the above video. Okay, all right, we'll check that out in a second. First of all, we need to install this. So let's do that. NPX skills, add Remotion dev skills. Yep. Select agents to install skills to. Claude Code. Let's install in the project. Yes. Boom. Okay. Cool. All right. Back into Chrome. Let's oof. Let's see here. Oh my gosh. That's a little much. Let's go to the full prompt history here. We are creating a remotion animation for a new command. First, let's just copy this. Copy. All right. Let's see what Claude can do, guys. We are creating a remotion animation for a new command. MPX skills. First, start up and making a new composition. 1280 by 10 by 1000 of macOS terminal window light console has an empty property light theme. Okay. Yep, go ahead and write it. Yep, write it. Sure. Yep. Yep. Okay. Yep, yep, yep. Okay. Let's go back here. Install dependencies, start Remotion Studio, composition to 5 seconds. Skills. Huh. Okay. npm install. All right. Okay, you guys aren't seeing it. But here, I'll show you what it looks like over here. Boom. Here's the video. That was pretty easy. Um, okay. Let's see here. Let's stop this. And let's go back into terminal here. You can now add animations for typing the command. Okay. All right. Hmm. Interesting. Uh, let's reset and test the capabilities of this new method for creating videos. Can we make a short video of sheep jumping over a fence? Let's see what happens. Okay. Guys. Ah. This is. Let's see what this looks like, but I'm pretty confident this is gonna work just as intended. Interesting. Folks, we got so much opportunity these days to build some of the like coolest things that you ever dreamed of with tools like Cursor and Claude. I've been using Cursor for a while. It absolutely blows me away. But Claude is definitely catching fire and becoming more and more popular, which means more and more developers are using it, building integrations for it, creating like, hacks like this for, uh, you know, making videos. This is this is this is pretty impressive. Okay, so let's open this over here. And it's already got the sheep jumping video up. Oh my gosh. Dude, dude, dude. Okay. There's a fence and there's sheep and they're jumping over it. Oh my gosh. Can I download this? Um, let's render this. Render video. Downloading. Bundling. Okay. Here it is. All right, let's see if I can upload this into Discord. Uh, got it working. Let's see. See if I can find this. Downloads. Sheep jumping.mp4. Did I download this? Did that actually happen? Oh, no, I didn't download it. It just rendered in my file system. Okay, so let me dig this up. Um, dev space, Claude test project out, sheep jumping. Oh man, this is hilarious. Okay. All right. Let's see here. How far can we push this thing, guys? Okay. The sheep's ears uh aren't placed correctly on the head, and the sheep don't entirely clear the fence while jumping. Let's fix this. Uh, I'll fix the ears positioning and increase the jump height so they clear the fence properly. Sure, make the edits. Increase jump height to clear fence. I think the height is correct, but they just didn't jump far enough. Okay, all right. Let's see what we got here. Refresh. I mean, the ears are a little better. The ears are a little better. Probably sending this sheep sky high. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Um. All right. That's not exactly what I meant. All right. Let's try another prompt. Let's focus on just the jumping real quick. Okay. To be clear, the sheep aren't jumping far enough. They're jumping plenty high. Additionally, we need to animate the sheep legs for running and jumping and place them properly on the ground. I'm giving it way too many instructions at once. Way too many instructions at once. It seems to understand them all though, so uh, yes, make the edits. Yes, make the edits. Need to update the sheep component for leg animations. Yes, make the edits. Oh, this edit just failed. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. Let's let's see what it looks like. Oh, that's funny. The sheep are running. You see their little legs going up and down. Oh man. Oh man. Okay, okay, okay. Let's try to make this let's enhance the visuals so they're, how do I put this? More realistic. I want to see the most realistic sheep possible. I'll enhance the sheep to make them much more realistic with better proportions, textures, and details. Add, wool texture and shading, improve head and face details, add realistic leg joints and structures. Okay. This is this is a little ridiculous. Oh man. I got guys, what should we build? We have the tools. We have the technology. Like we you know, uh could be working on this video all freaking afternoon, but seriously, like what should we build? I've been trying to think of something. Um, the best thing, the thing that's been stuck in my head is like a multi-sig. Quai network definitely needs a multi-sig. Okay, that's done. But if anybody's got better ideas, let me know. Okay. All right. These are better looking sheep. These are definitely better looking sheep. Boop 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 boop. I know, man. That's the problem. And like everything I think about building, somebody's already building it or it's already built. The multi-sig is the best idea I have right now. And like to be clear, what I really want is DAO tooling. That's what I really want. But the best DAOs out there are integrated with multi-sigs. So step one is multi-sigs. Step two is DAO tooling. Um, this is hilarious. This is hilarious. Okay, all right. So we got an issue here. The sheep's shadow uh, follows them while they're in the air. Uh, let's make sure the shadow stay on the ground. Additionally, let's visually enhance the entire setting, including um, the ground, the sky, and the fence with much more detail. Multi-sig voting platform, NFT marketplace with extras, and new Explorer. Yeah, those are good ideas, Christopher. Oh shoot, you guys aren't seeing my terminal here. Those are good ideas. I just like so multi-sig the man the NFT marketplace, right? Like I don't really, as a member of the team, don't want to build something that could compete with Quai. Uh, I don't think that's a good look. A new Explorer is quite a lift. I was like a third of the way there with the last project. This is um, this is pretty impressive. I wonder how realistic it can get. Let's see here. Let's go back to Chrome. If you guys see any other examples. This meme is hilarious. Uh, awesome. Awesome. Multi-sig would be clutch. Christopher says, unfortunately, a lot of responsibility if it breaks. Yeah, that's the risk with a multi-sig as well. I'm gonna tell Claude to just make edits automatically. I don't even wanna like just do everything for me. Just just do everything for me. It's determining, manifesting. How about a Pope system? Stewing. We don't have that. Proof of presence. Computing. Okay. Major visual enhancements achieved. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, not bad. Not bad. Beep, 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 beep. Oh man, can we add sound effects to this thing? I'm curious. I'm curious. Is it possible to add sound effects to the video? Nice. Proof of attendance, participation, yeah, something like that. I mean, so like Pope, like effectively is a free to mint NFT, if I remember correctly. But yeah, we could build a Pope project. That's not a bad idea. What's something we could use for these upcoming events? Pope could work. Proof of proof of attending the Quai booth. What about like a multi-level marketing Pope? Where like if you collect 10 popes, now you become a pope, and if other people like link up with you, you can give out your own pope, multi-level marketing pope. Mm. Add audio files to public audio, e.g. jump.mp3. Can you generate uh, sound effects for me? No, it can't generate sound effects for me. I can go get sound effects though. Alright, forget that. Uh, okay. Let's remove the sheep counter. Okay, actually, like, let's remove a standing sheep. Uh, okay. Instead of the video starting with all the sheep within the frame, each sheep should enter the frame one a time before jumping the fence and exiting the frame before the end. Yeah, yeah, a pope of like these spaces or, what have you. Yeah. However, I don't think people still believe popes might be worth money one day. I'll just say that. I don't know of a single pope that's worth any money. Um, okay. All right. Let's see what this looks like. There we go. Oh, this is funny. This is funny. All right, let's push this thing. Let's push this thing a little bit further. Okay. I want to enhance the visuals um, much, much more. I need this to be as detailed and realistic looking as possible. This is this is actually a little impressive. Don't ask me why I went with sheep jumping over a fence. I have no idea. I have no clue. No clue at all whatsoever. All right. Meanwhile, let's explore Claude Code a little bit more. Let's talk about this multi-sig. I'm considering building a multi-sig um, solution for Quai network, much like Gnosis Safe, but for Quai. Um, which is unique. Help me understand the requirements and draft an architectural design so I can plan appropriately. Quai evening, Steph. We are Claude coding today. I want to chat a little bit about Davos now that we got Christopher and Steph in the chat. Shit's weird. I can't say this is like the weirdest Davos I've ever seen. But it is very, very interesting that Trump seems to have united the world against him. At least from my tiny perspective and what I've seen. Oh my gosh, look at this. Much more realistic. Not, but better. Yeah, that's definitely better. Okay, let's render this son of a gun. Oh man. Steph, is this the Jordan Hall video? Before I click into it, I want to make sure I'm not like leaking any alpha that we don't intend on leaking. Oh man, we finally got the raw interview clips from Insight. That's dope. That's dope. All right. We'll upload another file here. Oh, that's good. Okay. All right. All right. Hundo. Okay. All right. We'll check this out. We'll check this out because Steph linked it. Just because Steph linked it. No, I'm joking. Everybody should freaking watch this thing. Holy cow, an hour 48.
I'm Steph McCurdy from Wolfram Research, and
Did
I
I
am
expect
hosting
less?
a
No.
podcast conversation between two gentlemen who I have deep respect for.
First of all, Steph, love the fucking hair, man. Love it. Keep growing it. Keep growing it.
Here's a brief introduction to them, and then without much extra background to the conversation, I'll let them get into it. Starting with Jordan Hall. Jordan is, to me, a technologist, a
Did you
complexity
tweet this yet,
scientist,
Steph?
and a philosopher. Jordan has had success building and running companies. And with that, Jordan, I think, has taken a deep curiosity
No,
in
not yet.
complexity science with the Santa Fe Institute.
All right.
And since then,
Hell yeah,
I've caught
guys.
many hours of Jordan's conversations across a wide range of
I've been
topics.
so
And for
pumped
that, he,
for this conversation. Really looking forward to part two already, and I haven't even heard part one yet. Um, but if you guys want to watch the video, exclusive drop on the Quai logs, Wolfram Blockchain Labs, 21 minutes ago, Dr. K and Jordan Hall. Oh, damn. X uploaded to 18% after 1.5 hours. That's rough, man. Do you have fiber out there? Let me prep the content queen real quick. Um, and team Jordan Hall video dropped. Steph is going to tweet it later. Gonna go spread it now. All right, peace out, Steph. Steph is going to tweet it. We should retweet and clip. Let's go. Boom. Guys, go check it out. Wolfram Blockchain Labs. Make sure I'm going to click this and add to save to watch for later. Definitely, definitely looking forward to catching up that one. These are not the kind of videos I can watch on 2x speed. Uh, I definitely want to hear all the nuance. Anywho, okay, let's switch topics real quick. Let's do a quick check-in on Project Soap. Revenue up 20,000 from yesterday when we checked around this time. Hash rate with Kapow is continuing to climb. Um, Script is up, but barely. And Shaw has effectively flattened out from my perspective. I don't know what you guys think, but I think Shaw's flattened out right now. Script still seems to be climbing. And Kapow is definitely climbing. Kapow is definitely climbing. So, and then boom, from 13 million north of 14 million total Quai burn. Flywheel's humming, guys. Flywheel's humming. We are 100 and what is that? 34,000 away from a million in total revenue. Dang. Even with the Raven coin happening. And guys, we got some good questions today in the Tech AMA with Dr. K about the Raven coin happening. One thing we might have all forgotten about, which I know I did, is there's actually a controller in Project Soap that will dynamically adjust the number of work shares each algorithm can achieve. So as Quai starts to consume a majority of the hash rate of Ravencoin, you will actually see the number of available shares for Kapow drop and start to favor either SHA or Script, right? And that's all by design. You know, we don't want to be 100% of Ravencoin's hash rate. But C, additionally, at a certain point, there are diminishing returns, and we start paying for that hash rate again, which kind of puts us back into the same situation we were in pre-SOAP. But um, have no fear. Have no fear. The controller and the team have thought ahead. And yeah, I think we are north of, what is this, 10.8. Let's add these up here. Yeah, I don't think that's us, but 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's add these numbers up right now. Pretty sure these are our wallet addresses. So we got 10.8 plus 11.9 plus another 11.9 plus 13. Ooh, almost 50% of the hash rate on Ravencoin right now. Don't take my word for it, but I believe these are Project Soap addresses here. So, yeah, per design, we expected this to happen, and the controller will adjust to favor more work shares for SHA and Script over Kapow as we consume more and more of Ravencoin's total hash rate. So uh, that's something to keep your eye on. The other thing we like checking in on is what to mine. Looking at what do I have set here? Let's do 3 3060s and 3 3070s across the board. Oh, you know what I did? What did I do here? I broke this thing. Uh, how did I break this thing? Oh, that's what I did. Calculate. Boom. Grin and Quai at the very top. Grin made a comeback. I don't know what's going on with Grin. I don't follow Grin. Maybe their price went up. Not really sure. Let's check it out. Did Grin go up in like the last 7 days? Yeah, it did go up. Look at that. Look at that. Price of Grin went up. So on the GPU front, Quai is now number 2. Still though, 555%. 634% over 7 days. Still really freaking good, folks. Over on the Script side of things, Shaw, Quai is at the top of the charts, 127, 114%. And for Script, at the top of the charts as well, 79 and 74. In second place, you got Fractal Bitcoin and NiceHash. Interesting. Okay. We also learned something else today, which I was not aware of. I should have been aware, so that's on me. But I was not aware that CryptoRank actually had our unlocks occurring on the wrong date. So if you go over to CryptoRank, is it .io? Yeah, CryptoRank.io. I guess a lot of people use this website to understand token unlocks. Looks like it's struggling right now. Come on. There we go. Alright. Ooh, they got some fancy snow going. You battening the hatches for the snowstorm? I got some freaking storm warnings on my phone earlier today. Okay. So, I guess a lot of people check this site for unlock schedules, even though it's posted on our website. Overview. Anyways, Little Birdie told me that CryptoRank said that there was a crap ton of unlocks happening on January 19th And that is the cause of the drop in price here. Can't confirm at this time. I imagine it would be under vesting. But I'm not going to upgrade to see that. So that's what the rumor is. The rumor is CryptoRank had the wrong date for a bunch of unlocks that supposedly January 19th was the date that CryptoRank had, and that's the cause of this sell-off here. No worries though, as we can see, the soap machine is churning and burning. Over 14.2 million Quai now burned. So, machine's still humming, everything's still looking good. Even with the Raven coin happening, everybody can calm down. This is all a part of the plan. Love to see it. Love to see it. Davos, guys, let's talk about Davos real quick. Shit is getting interesting. Hold on, you gotta send out some tips. Boom, boom, boom. Oh man. You're missing out on some Quai, man. Go grab yours over at Kipper Money. Um, yeah, so Davos, guys. Ton of news about Davos. There's been some weird things going on. Somebody said that Macron was like punched in the face, and that's why he was wearing sunglasses. Let's check that out real quick. Macron, sunglasses. This is not sure if this is true or not. That's definitely AI. Wearing Top Gun styled sunglasses at his speech. That's interesting. Anyways, supposedly he was talking some shit, and Trump had something to say about that.
Emmanuel Macron, I watched him yesterday with those beautiful sunglasses. What the hell happened? But I watched him sort of be tough. But he was at $10 for a pill. And I said, Emmanuel, and I have all the big pharmaceutical companies are in total agreement. It wasn't easy, by the way. They're tough, smart. They've been getting away with this scam for a long time. Emmanuel Macron, I watched him yesterday with those beautiful sunglasses.
Hilarious. Hilarious. Um, man. Yeah, can't make this shit up. In other news about Davos, man, like they're just kind of like going back and forth on this whole like concept of the New World Order.
And the Trump administration and myself, we are here to make a very clear point. Globalization has failed the West and the United States of America. It's a failed policy.
What up, Jen Wahlberg? Welcome to the chat. We gotta hook you up. Where are you? Oh man, I always screw this up. I'm sorry, Jim. There you are. Welcome to the chat. Let's hook you up with some Quai. Ah, Jim, I need a tweet, man. Jim, you gotta tweet something, bro, so I can tip you. You know what? Screw it. We'll hook you up. There you go. Yeah, I see that, Jim. I see you haven't posted. You replied to me though. Don't worry, we got you. We got you. Matt says Donnie T talks about the owner of Toyota. We gotta catch that one.
It is what the WEF has stood for, which is export, offshore, far shore, find the cheapest labor in the world, and the world is a better place for it. The fact is, it has left America behind. It has left the American workers behind. And what we are here to say is that America First is a different model, one that we encourage other countries to consider, which is that our workers come first. We can have policies that impact our workers. Sovereignty is your borders. You're entitled to have borders. You shouldn't offshore your medicine. You shouldn't offshore your semiconductors. You shouldn't offshore your entire industrial base and have it be hollowed out beneath you. You should not be dependent for that which is fundamental to your sovereignty on any other nation. And if you're going to be dependent on someone, it darn well better be your best allies. Okay? And so that is a different way of thinking. It is completely different than the WEF. I viewed the WEF as not a flagpole in the middle, but in fact, they are the flag. Whichever way the wind blew, so it blew. You should have solar, you should have wind. Why are you going to do solar and wind? Why would Europe agree to be net zero in 2030 when they don't make a battery? They don't make a battery. So if they go 2030, they are deciding to be subservient to China, who makes the batteries.
Boom. That's a good question, Howard Lucknick. That is a good question. I guess they plan on making batteries? I don't know. I don't know. Let's see here. Let's try to find Donald Trump, owner of Toyota. Let's see if we can find this clip. Is this what you're talking about, Matt?
150 billion. I mean, it's so many. One just announced 10 billion. Toyota. Met Mr. Toyota in Japan. So what's your name? Toyota. I said, oh, do you own the car company? Yes, 92%. I said, you didn't have to be that specific. But I said, you're rich. Yes, I'm rich. But he just announced he's going to do $10 billion worth of plants. I mean, it's amazing what's going on. Look, it's amazing. We've never had anything like it. Or 650 billion. I mean, it's so many.
I met Mr. Toyota. That's great. This guy's a comedian. This guy is a comedian. Man, love him or hate him. It's hard to not be impressed. It's hard to not be impressed. There was another clip about Davos where somebody was basically like calling this guy Carney, Mr. New World Order. This thing is 15 minutes long.
It seems that every day.
But I just have to say, like, Canada's grabbing their balls, right? Canada is like, we like, don't fuck with us, man. Like they're fucking barking. Canada, man, they want to rumble. I'm not sure if their people do. I think it was Red Panda Mining put out a tweet recently, but like, dang. Basically, Carney is calling out Trump as a fucking bully and saying that you know, the only way that America wins is if everybody just kowtows to Trump. Um, but yeah, interesting times, guys. Interesting times. Let's see here. Red Panda Mining put out a tweet. Yeah, here he is. I'm sure you guys saw this one. Where was it? Where was it? basically saying, oh wait, hold on, we gotta watch
We're
this.
building a golden dome that's going to, just by its very nature, uh, going to be defending Canada. Canada gets a lot of freebies from us, by the way. They should be grateful also, but they're not. I watched your Prime Minister yesterday. He wasn't so grateful. But they should be grateful to us. Canada lives because of the United States. Remember that, Mark, the next time you make your statements. We're building a golden dome that's going to, just by its very
Yeah, so Red Panda, shout out Red Panda. We like his content. He's going hard on Canadian politics right now, but there was a video, where was it? Red Panda. You realize the US Army is like 100 times more advanced and could wipe out the Canadian Army in like less than 10 minutes without even invading. I will say this. Okay, so served in the US military, fought in Afghanistan, trained as a sniper by the German military. Canadian Special Forces are no fucking joke, folks, right? So I got mad respect for the Canadian military. Um, this might be true, but I would just say, man to man, there's a lot of fatties in the U.S. military. We're trying to fix that, but generally speaking, America's military is one of the fattest militaries in the world, literally and figuratively. But this could probably be true. Uh, that's all I'll say about that. Here it is. Okay, Mr. Trump, you can take over Canada now. It's time. I don't know if you guys saw this. This is hilarious.
I believe the progress that we have made in the partnership sets us up well for the new world order.
Oh man, so fucking out of touch, man. Ah, crazy, crazy. Anywho, the world is nuts. The world is freaking nuts. Everybody wants a CBDC except everybody, except nobody wants a CBDC. Meanwhile, like, still red across the board. Obviously, gold is up. No fucking clue what meme core is. Staking is up. Ponzi. What is Canton? I don't know what Canton is, but there was uh there was like two or three like gold tokens up here yesterday that were up. Everything else here, two gold tokens. Here they are. Tether Gold and Pax Gold. Those were the ones we were looking at the other day. Everything else is just freaking cooking. Man, I haven't looked into stocks in forever. Should we go to Yahoo Finance? Yahoo Finance. What's the overall market looking at right now? Not terrible. Not terrible. S&P. Well, fucking rebound is what it is. Boop. Look at this. Why do you have to say it like that though? Yeah, it was almost like he knew what he was saying. He was like, I'm gonna fucking say it anyways. New World Order. Like what the heck? Yeah, let's zoom out. Let's look at the 5 days. Boom! Look at this. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, it's rebounding, but the news that we read yesterday is that due to Trump's threats regarding Greenland, Europe decided to just like start dumping on America. That was the news, but Crazy world, guys. Crazy world. All right. Let's get back to this multisig. Let's explore this a little bit. Understanding Quai network unique characteristics. Quai uses not quite accurate. Cross zone. Yeah, we don't really care about that. Smart contract layer. Okay, we need to fix this. Be advised, Quai network is actually a dual token model with two ledgers. One, Chi, is a UTXO ledger. We can disregard this completely for this implementation. The other Quai is an account-based layer, EVM. However, the address space is sharded. We will use Quai's SDK, quais.js, to integrate with the blockchain so we don't have to manage the sharded address space directly. Additionally, Quai shards dynamically and is currently only operating a single shard. We will use an upgradable proxy pattern to manage to work through supporting new shards in the future. However, today we are only concerned about a single shard. Knowing this, revisit the design and refactor. Yada 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 yada. Multi-signature transaction management. M of N signature threshold configuration, owner management, transaction proposal approval workflow, transaction execution, support for both Quai token and ERC20 token transfers, contract interaction support, single shard support for MVP, upgradable proxy pattern for future multi-shard support, Quai's JS integration for address space management, ERC20 token standard. Yep. Arbitrary contract calls, batch transactions, replay protection, time locks for security critical operations, optional spending limits, optional transaction whitelisting, module system for additional functionality, upgradable architecture for shard expansion. Non-functional requirements, EVM compatibility, gas efficiency, upgradability, usability, auditability, revised architecture, front end, Quais.js, transaction service, transaction building, signature, gas, indexer, monitor multi-sig contracts, index events and transaction, cache contract state, notification service, smart contract layer, current shard, core contracts, multi-sig wallet, proxy factory, module contracts, social recovery module, daily limit module, whitelist module. Smart contract architecture. Proxy factory. Okay. Social recovery. Yep. Security considerations. 2 to 3 months. Holy cow. Okay. Multi-sig wallet implementation, wallet proxy, proxy factory, basic test suite, deployment scripts, web app with wallet creation, transaction proposal UI, approval interface, Quai.js integration, owner management, backend, event indexer, transaction service, basic API, deliverable working multisig on current single shard. API for third-party integrations, enhanced monitoring, rate limiting, when Quai adds shards, yada yada yada, yada yada yada. With main difference and upgrade upon feature. Any specific components such as detailed smart contract code, Quai.js integration, or the front end architecture. Tell me more about the back end requirements. This implementation should be as decentralized as possible. Relying whenever it's feasible on an RPC endpoint. Like this. Let's design a backend that maximizes decentralization and minimizes centralized dependencies. A key principle, if it can be done client side with RPC calls, do it there. Decentralization philosophy. We do not want a backend server storing state, indexing data as a single point of failure. Decentralized, we have RPC endpoint, blockchain events, and block data. The front end will be fat, self-reliant, and direct RPC. What can be eliminated? Transaction state, owner information, transaction history, wallet discovery. What should be kept? Enhanced mode. Event indexer. Okay, interesting. Speed up queries by caching blockchain events. Decentralization. Users can still use app without it. Awesome. Okay. All right. Oh, it's still writing. Dang. Users can run Docker Compose up and have their own private indexer. Awesome. Summarize every detail in a markdown file I can add to a VS Code project that's integrated with Claude Code to start building out immediately. Give me a markdown file. Meanwhile, let's jump over here and we're done messing around with jumping sheep. Make directory Quai. We'll call this Quai multisig. Sure. And file open. Quai multisig. Open. Boom. Brand new. Open up Claude. Close chat. Bring up a terminal. Cool. Still depends on a database. Hmm. Dang. Oh, you guys aren't seeing this. My bad. Man, this thing's just chunking. Meanwhile, let's jump back over to X. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on. Whoa, did I just see a tape? Yeah, Red Panda on the hook. What?
How does SOAP work? All right. So instead of paying parent chain rewards, for example, Bitcoin Cash or Litecoin or Dogecoin directly to the miners, SOAP routes 100% of the parent chain's Coinbase output to a protocol controlled address. Okay. Which I do want to show you guys later on. I do want to go through,
What up,
for an
Meme
example,
Bus?
Ravencoin about the protocol addresses. But the second part here, that address sells the parent chain tokens on the open market and uses the proceeds to buy Quai. And then the purchased
Let's hook
Quai
you up with
that
some
Quai is
Quai.
purchasing is then either
Welcome
burned
to the chat.
permanently or allocated to a time-locked staking rewards, creating deflationary pressure and incentivizing long-term holding. So this is why, okay, Quai has been going up here. How does
Quai, that Quai is. That's funny. Uh, the flywheel is humming. Absolutely. This guy gets it. This guy gets it. This guy knows what I'm talking about. 100%. Boom. Are you done, Claude? Are you done? Is that everything? Nice. Alright. Let's copy all of this and drop it down in here. And let's new file, quai multisig.md. Boom. There it is. Save that. Okay, let's need to begin building out a multi-sig solution for Quai network. Analyze Quai multisig.md to fully understand the project and begin work. And we're going to tell it to edit automatically. Boom. Nice. We'll let that cook. We'll check back in on that in a minute here. Welcome to the chat, Meme Buzz. How's your day going? How's your day going? Are you also someone who's battening the hatches for a storm that could be coming through? We might actually get snow down here in Austin, Texas this weekend. Oh man. Same, same. But different. But different. Not too much snow, very light. Jealous, man. I miss snow. Growing up in Colorado, the first snow of the year was always good times. Oh, here we go, guys. Andrew Cote. Oh, you're not even seeing this. My bad. My bad. Andrew Cote coming in hot. I will break down the narrative shift at WEF and geopolitical events as simply and succinctly as I can. For decades, the WEF championed a few things: open borders, immigration, globalization of supply chains, and climate change mitigation. European countries adhered to the most close to this the most closely. It got them large unassimilated third world populations, economic dependency on Russia and China, and hamstrung national economies and energy shortage. Regardless of your politics about the ideologies motivating the main policy points, the implementation of the policies have been disastrous. Absolutely. Meanwhile, China and Russia have not adopted an ideologically motivated set of international or domestic policies, but instead have continued to play the global chessboard of realpolitik, calculated, super rational decision making to increase their spheres of influence, consolidate domestic power, trade pawns for knights, etc. Because China and Russia are rational actors, they are all too happy to take up industries considered too dirty or expensive for the West. Russia supplies the energy to Europe, such that European countries are directly fundraising Russia's war on Ukraine. China supplies manufacturing to all the West, building up technological and manufacturing dominance in key military domains of electronics, power supplies, drones, robotics, semiconductors, etc. The net, this did nothing to help the climate, since China and Russia make no pretenses about meeting carbon targets of any kind. Globalization of international trade did not have the intended effect of cooling off geopolitical disputes because the aggressors developed a market position dominant enough such that the buyers became dependent on the lower price. Third world immigration to developed countries had mostly led to large degrees of social unrest as the liberal, inclusive, and egalitarian framework of the Western countries is tested by newcomers with different values that are not keen to assimilate, do not believe in gender equality, etc. This is a banger. This is a banger. 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 Oh man. Oh man, Andrew Cote continues. This is a banger tweet about what's happening at Davos right now. The opening is just killer. A must read. I pulled up Ray Dalio the other day, guys. Interesting that Andrew Cote caught on to that as well. Ray Dalio points to all these signs as the changing global order and the collapse of the American empire. However, his primary thesis for this is that overall arc that the US dollar loses its reserve currency status. Okay, so remember, if you tuned in yesterday, I called out the problem with Ray Dalio's cycles is he doesn't overlay the rise and fall of fractional reserve banking and fiat. But that being said, uh, however, his primary thesis is that is that the overall arc is that the US dollar loses its reserve currency status and international tensions or institutional declines are symptoms but not causal. I'm not enough of a macro guy to comment on treasury yields and capital flight to metals, etc. But the biggest threat to the USD inflation, which is a matter of US government spending and taxation, um, The biggest threat to the US dollar is inflation, 100%, which is a matter of US government spending and taxation. It seems possible for the US to navigate a course where it maintains preeminent military superpower status and reserve currency status while also pursuing international realpolitik to counter Chinese expansionism so long as the American miracle continues. The world's richest markets sell into and the best new technology and products companies buy from. I really wish Ray Dalio overlaid the rise and fall of fractional reserve banking and fiat in his big cycle analysis, but he seems to disregard it entirely. It's so fundamental to his theory, the oversight is suspicious. Yeah. God damn, guys. Interesting world. Interesting world. I put a tweet out the other day. What was it? Like, only the privileged have the opportunity to starve themselves. Something like that. Let's check in on Claude. Claude, where you at? Okay, what did we do here? Smart contracts, the core multi-sig implementation with transaction, proposal, approval, and execution workflow, configurable owner threshold, owner management module system for extensibility, comprehensive security features, transparent proxy for upgradability, proxy factory with create 2 for deterministic wallet deployment, yada 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 yada. Complete hard hat configuration with TypeScript, automated deployment scripts, comprehensive test suite, gas reporting optimization tools, project structure with NPM workspaces. I don't think we can use create 2 yet. Can we, Christopher? Do we know if we changed that? Internal support. Let's ping Jonathan. Do we support create 2? Yet, or still no? env.example, rpc.orchard. Ooh, it already has test and rpc URL. rpc.orchard. Okay. Okay, so minor changes here. Contracts, hard hat config, Quai testnet. Okay. Let's do an npm install, shall we? We need Quais. We need Quais in here. In order to deploy, we will be using quais.js with hardhat. Review the following: GitHub I remember the network one point. Okay. We need a GitHub repo. AI always needs a little extra help deploying on Quai network. So, dominant strategies, hard hat example. Is this it? Yeah. Let's go here. All right. Let's try this as a guide. Fetch the URL. Yes. 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 Let's check out this contract right here. Proxy factory. Da, 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 da. Create wallet. Compute address of the wallet deployment. I'm gonna do some learning here. This is gonna be interesting. All right, so Claude should be up to speed now on how to deploy a smart contract using Quais. Let's get rid of that. Let's go back to these scripts here. It's editing hard hat config. Here we go. This is what we wanted to see. Updating the deployment script to use Quais JS. All right. Anywho, boom, boom, boom. Yeah. while completely ignoring the boons that come with economies that switch back to hard money. Comes two economies that switch back to hard money. Meme Bus says they're a little confused at what they're looking at. I am not a core engineer dev at Quai Network, but we're dangerous enough to break some things. I'm experimenting with Claude Code right now, trying to build a multi-sig implementation for Quai Network. We're gonna see how it goes. We'll see how far we get. So that's what we're playing around with. Earlier, we were using Claude Code to make some videos. That was pretty funny. Okay. So let's go to contracts. Let's install. All right, let's copy example. .env. All right. And let's edit this. Okay. Um. All right, we're gonna use Orchard testnet here. Let's do. That should be the chain ID, and we're gonna snag. We're gonna snag a burner. Oh man. Do I even remember the password to this burner? Uh-oh. I don't even remember the password to this burner wallet, guys. Oh man, what was it? Was it that? Was it this? Was it Nope. Well, we lost our burner account. That's why it's a burner. Let's remove Pelagus and reinstall it. Dang. Okay, add to Chrome, add extension. Stand by, folks, while we create a new wallet here. Create a new wallet. Next, okay. Can group lizard 15 is they girl can Peace. Soccer. Verified. Finalized. Okay, alright, let's get our new wallet set up here. Show development networks, go to Orchard. We gotta send our wallet some testnet Quai here. Yeah. Multi-sig, man. That's I really want some DAO tooling, so folks can launch and manage DAOs on Quai Network. But step one is having a multi-sig that those DAOs can actually interact with. So we're gonna see how we do on this. No promises, but we'll see how it goes. Come on, Pelagus. There we go. Quai account. Let's go over here. Choose this Quai account. Let's send this address. Thought I copied the address. Where's it at? Copy. Send. Paste. I'll send 1,000 Quai. Testnet Quai, guys. Testnet Quai. All right. Check our burner account. There we go. Okay. Let's snag this private key. Copy key. Back into VS Code here. Boom. All right. npm run compile. Solidity version pragma stated in these files don't match any of the configured compilers in your config. Change the pragma or configure additional compiler versions in your hardhat config. Okay, so now we go to hardhat config. Let's just up this to 22, shall we? Let's try this again. Boom. Okay. And checking our .env, we are using the Orchard testnet, so let's just try to deploy. Run, deploy, Cypress 1. See what happens. Quai's.format ether is not a function. Okay. Let's just paste this into Claude and see what happens. Editing deploy. There we go. Format Quai. You're smart, Claude. Look at you go. Yes. Look at you go. All right. Let's try to deploy this contract again. Push metadata to IPFS. Read artifact. Okay, let's try this again. Claude, fix it. Oh, I didn't do an install. I need to do an install. Yeah, okay, let's do this again. npm install. Alright, let's try this again. Deploy! Burr, burr, burr. Wah, wah. Says oh, yeah. This function is wrong. Okay. Ooh, I don't think that's accurate. Mm, yeah, we'll try it. Pretty sure that's backwards. Yeah. Pretty sure we need the IPFS hash before we deploy. See error. Yeah, you just need to push metadata first. Claude is fibber to gibber to gibbering. Fibbit whatever that word is. What? Oh, Claude. Oh, it worked. We got the hash. Cool. Looks like it's deploying. Multi-sig wallet implementation deployed too. Deploying social recovery module. No clue how that works, but I guess we'll figure it out later. Oh, nice. New interviews dropping. Good work, Christopher. Good work. Cool. Let's peek one of these transactions, shall we? Let's copy this. Let's go back to Chrome. Guys, we are doing this on testnet. So I'm gonna shrink this over here. And we're going to look at, where are we? Where'd we go? Here we are. let's look at Orchard. Nope, not that one. Quaiscan.io. Boom. Contract creation. All right. All right. Multi-sigs are deploying. TBD on whether they're working. Cool. Also, be advised, we're not going to use PostgreSQL. Cool. Let's just ask Claude. What's next? Oh, we gotta update our environment variables here. So, multisig implementation is here. Proxy factory is here. Social recovery module is not listed. Let's just add these here. Boom. Let's initialize the front end. And implement the core services. Oh, we're using Vite and not Next. That's interesting. I've never used Vite before. Cole Harper, sup. Crypto, do you usually stream here? Yes, we stream here every day now, man. You heard about this game. It's not a game. But thanks for tuning in. We are giving away crypto, so if you want to drop your X handle, everybody who joins the chat earns some Quai. So if you have an X/Twitter handle and you want to earn some Quai, feel free to drop it in chat, and we'll get you hooked up, man. You got to have Kipper money. Doesn't cost you anything. Super easy sign up, but it's how we send crypto directly on X. So we need your X handle for me to send you crypto. Yeah. Okay. So Claude is building, guys. I've never built a Vite project. I don't even know what Vite is. Vite React? What is Vite? I don't even know what this is, guys. Interesting. I've always used Next. Interesting. Why did Claude choose Vite and not Next? Let's go over here. Let's go over here. Let's ask Claude. Should I use Vite or Next as the project starter for the front end? What are the pros and cons between the two? What up, Cole? Sorry, man. We're I mean, yeah, we game, but during these hours of the day, we are working for Quai Network over here. It is a crypto project. It is not a video game. This is not a video game. And clearly I'm on PC right now, uh, running Gentoo Linux. Oh, dope. Pure static site IPFS ready. Static HTML, JS, and CSS. Hosting anywhere. Startup time instant. Build speed very fast. Bundle size smaller. Industry standard for dApps? I had no idea, guys. I had no idea. No idea. Yep, I stream at this time every day, Monday through Friday these days. Yes. Man, I have no idea. No idea what Claude Code is doing right now. I mean, if it's static, how do I open this up on localhost? Do I just open the index file? What's going on over here? What is even going on over here? Interesting. Interesting. We learn something every day, folks. Learn something every day. All right. Let's check our bullet journal, guys. We had a good tech AMA today, albeit I had some audio issues and Dr. K was clearly multitasking, but great questions. Great questions. Some major alpha dropping, guys. Major alpha dropping on the tech AMA today. Whew. We have a plan. We have the technology. Quai network. All blockchains lead to Quai network, guys. All hash rate leads to Quai network. We are making progress on Monerotopia as well. Really excited for that. To me, yeah, okay. This likely won't be a problem. Please continue to use reply all for this thread so I can keep all parties in the loop. To reiterate, Utopia guys, if somebody is CCing people on an email, please use reply all when responding. Oh man. Hex Flippening, welcome back, man. Welcome back. Appreciate it, Cole. Yeah, we had some fun yesterday. We actually we were flipping coins effectively for Quai. We were betting with the community here. That was fun. I wonder where CS:GO is. He said he would have another game for me later today. Hold on, folks. Let me ping Alan over here. Please see the Monero Alan and Mechanic Alec. Please see the Monero Topia email thread when you have a moment. Please review. Okay, Hex Flippening. What's up, man? Oh, you were watching the launch of Project Soap? Question for you. Have you ever seen a team do a live stream during a hard fork? I uh I don't think many teams have done that before. Hex Flippening, you earned some Quai just for joining us here in chat. Cole, I can send you some Quai. I just need your X handle. And you can see how easy it is for me to send Quai. There you go, Hex Flippening. Welcome to the chat. Glad you enjoyed that. Oh man, Hex, you need Kipper, man. You need Kipper. Go claim your Quai and Kipper money. There's the link. There you go. Go get your Quai, man. Get your Quai, man. Yeah, that was a fun live stream. We were just reviewing clips of that earlier. Here I'll play my favorite one for you. That was this one. This was a good one.
Proof of stake is a straight fucking fiat Ponzi derivative. Like it's the exact same thing as the Federal Reserve. It's just like wrapped up in some technological or jargon that's pushed by people that like Neon cats. Like it doesn't make any fucking sense whatsoever. I'm sorry. And if you do like sensically look at it, it's VCs trying to create a narrative to scalp retail. That is it. So like I have very blunt opinions about proof of stake. I don't think that there's any redeemable qualities to it. So if I can't have soundness of money, I can't have economic decentralization. What's the fucking point? There is no point. So like I'm not going to be charitable to proof of stake at all because like if you look at it objectively and reasonably and understand what it's doing, it has no redeeming characteristics whatsoever.
Boom. Mic drop there. Anywho, boom. All right. Kipper makes X like Steam again. Like Steam. Could you tip people on Steam? I guess you could. Yeah, that makes sense. Like Steam streamers? Is that what you're referring to? Let me know if that makes sense. But it's freaking addictive, man. It's so cool when like, I can send Quai to people. I can send people money just by liking their tweet. If I like your tweet, I'm sending you 1.337 Quai. Steam it. Oh man, I'm not familiar with that. To run the front end. Oh, okay. All right. Vite multisig implementation. Oh, we need to change this. We need to change this to Orchard. And this is 15,000. Proxy multi-sig implementation, proxy factory, social recovery module, daily limit module, whitelist module. Okay, we just need to change this to this and put Vite in front of it. Vite, 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 Vite. There. Now we cd front end, npm run dev. Is it that simple? Localhost 5173. Okay. Okay. Let's see if this works, guys. Let's see if this works. Localhost 5173. Welcome to Quai Multisig. Steamit.com. Alright, let's check this out. Let's check this out. Hex flipping. Steamit.com. I have not heard of this. Probably because I don't speak Chinese or Korean or have these characters installed on my operating system. Interesting. I've never heard of Steemit. I get it though. I get it. Okay. Interesting. Way better on X though, right? Like be where the community is. Justin Sun brought it back. Bought it years back ago. Oh, okay, interesting. Hmm. All right. All right. Well, we have a basic multisig app up. Let's see this. Burner, Chrome. Let's bring this up. Here it is, guys. We'll shrink it down a little bit so you guys can see it here. Zoom in some. Let's see if this works. Oh my gosh. Do I remember the password? Yes, I do. Okay, connected. Loading your wallets. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Let's create a new wallet. Add the address that'll be able to approve and execute transactions. What? Guys, how fast is this? Create wallet. Ooh, no matching fragment. Okay. So we ran into our first major Quai network hurdle. Okay, remember guys, Quai network shards the address space. All right, what does that mean? That means Quai network it scales via sharding, right? Which means that there's actually like multiple blockchains. Like as Quai network scales, new blockchains are created. They are merged mined together in a hierarchy of merge mined blockchains. That's how we scale. That's how we're able to achieve hundreds of thousands of transactions per second. But because state is sharded and computation of said state is sharded, We want to abstract that complexity away from the end user. So when an end user is sending a transaction from one shard to the other, right? We don't want them to have to worry about what shard they're sending from and to. We just want them to be able to send transactions. We just want them to be able to interact like the network, like they would any other network, and not have to worry about what shard they're sending from or what shard they're sending to. And the way we do this is we also shard the address space, which means, okay, that the actual addresses on Quai network will tell you what shard they actually reside on, right? So you probably can't see this, but this address starts with 0x00. Okay, every single address on zone 0 or zone 1 or the first shard that ever existed will always start with 0x00. Okay? What does this mean? This means that when we create addresses on Quai Network, we have to create them in the shard that we want them to exist in. So, for example, this transaction to create a new wallet tried to generate an address in a shard that doesn't exist. It tried to generate an address 0x1f. Okay, this shard does not exist. The network knows it doesn't exist, and therefore it denies the transaction. Okay, if we want to create a multisig on shard 0 or the very first shard, the address of this multisig must start with 00. Okay, so we've hit our first major hurdle in terms of building this out for Quai Network. So let's go back to Claude here. Let me make sure I capture this error. And let's go to Claude. I just ran into my first error attempting to create a multi-sig wallet on Quai Network. The error states, okay, this is indicative of the smart contract not being shard aware. All addresses, Quai network shards the address space, which means all addresses on Cypress 1 begin with 0x00. Addresses on Cypress 2 begin with 0x01 and so on. We need to verify that creating wallets can generate appropriate addresses for the shard they're deploying on. Boom. Yeah, so much better tipping on top of X, guys. First of all, you don't have to build a whole new social media network and, hope to compete with the network effects of the big boys, who have like, you know, tens of billions of dollars behind everything that they're doing in terms of acquiring users, keeping it on the platform, etc. Um, so what you should do, what Web3 should do is integrate with Web2. Full stop. Like, stop trying to reinvent the wheel, right? That's not how you win. You're not going to convince the world to switch to your newfangled, social media network with, zero friends and zero attention and zero followers. Just meet the people where they're at. And that's the angle Kipper Money has taken. That's why it hasn't been blocked by X. and why it's, better suited to actually build out like, a real Web3 solution for social media. Cool. Looks like Claude got the hint. Okay. It says here the issue. Quai network uses shard-specific address prefixes. The traditional Ethereum create 2 address computation doesn't account for this, causing compute address function to fail with unsupported operation error. The fix. Front end. Remove pre-computation of wallet address using compute address. Change and deploy the wallet first, then extract the actual address from wallet created event. This ensures we get the correct shard-aware address. Add a detailed warning about compute address limitations on Quai network. Documenting the function should not be relied upon. Recommends getting addresses from events instead. Created a comprehensive guide explaining the issue. Documented shard prefix patterns provided. Do I need to redeploy the contracts? Here's why. The only change made to the smart contract was adding documentation comments. Okay. So will the front end be able to find existing multi-sig wallets when users reconnect? Okay. Wallet discovery mechanism. How it works. For production at scale, consider implementing event-based indexing, adding paginations and contract function, caching results more aggressively. Okay. Do I need to redeploy the contracts? No. Okay. Cool. Let's check it out, guys. Let's check it out. Boom. Connect wallet. Loading wallets. Create a wallet. Let's add this one. Boom. Create wallet. Unsupported addressable value. Okay. Let's troubleshoot. I still get the following error when clicking create wallet. Excuse me. Oh, we need a .env in the front end here. Okay. Let's restart this thing. Boom. Back to Chrome. Connect wallet. Create new wallet. Boom, 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 boom. Copy this address. This will be the owner. Create wallet. Ner, 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 ner. Error. Okay, back to troubleshooting. Now I get the following error. Yes. Diagnosing. Worrying. Scheming. Okay, restart the dev server. Click Run Diagnostics button on the dashboard. Check the browser console for diagnostic output. Share the diagnostic output with Claude. Easy enough. Okay, alright, let's developer tools, console, connect wallet, run diagnostics. Okay. And diagnostics. Alright, let's drop that in Claude here. Cogitating. Everything's configured correctly. Add a test to simulate the transaction before actually sending it. Help us get a better error message. We'll work through this and then we'll probably wrap up because we got to move on to bigger and better things. Let's check back in with the team. console show much more detailed information about what's happening, including the owner's threshold, salt being used, whether the static call pre-check succeeds, the transaction hash when sent, the block number when confirmed, detailed error message if anything fails. Restart the dev server and try again. Alright, restarted the dev server. Let's go back to Chrome. Okay, connect wallet. Create wallet. We want to use this address and click. Yeah, this is a problem. This is really frustrating. We should really be elevating revert data. Let's copy all of this. We're gonna do a contract verification now. It suspects an issue with initializing the proxy. Yep. No, it's finding all sorts of issues now. Burning. Front-end direct deployment. This recommended approach will work properly. Yes. Implement option 2. We're gonna have to redeploy contracts. No worries. No worries. Yes. Fibber to gibbet, Flibberty gibbetering. That's what that said, I think. Interesting, Claude. Alright, thank you. Update the ENV files, please. With the new contracts. Okay. Okay. Add proxy ABI and bytecode to front end. Okay. Update multi-sig service to deploy proxies directly. This might be the way. Let's see here. Components. Nothing in components. Services. Nothing in services. Utils. Nothing in utils. Nothing in types. What kind of front end is this? Interesting. Source. Assets. Here we go. Components. Services. Multi-sig service. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, let's give it a shot, guys. Let's give it a shot. Connect wallet. Let's copy this address ahead of time. Oh my gosh. Copy. Create wallet. Paste. Create wallet. Ew. New error. New error. New error. Creating multi-sig wallet. Extract the IPFS hash from the compiled bytecode. Check metadata file. What's going on, Quai Nation? And the memes are fire right now. The Dune meme, that's a good one. Oh yeah, lots of Quai content coming in, guys. We are on a roll these days, that's for sure. Do 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 do. Okay, IPFS hash embedded in the bytecode. Yada yada yada. Integrating into the multi-sig service. I feel like we're so close, guys. So close. Now let me update the multi-sig service to extract and use the IPFS hash, yada yada yada. I feel like you've been doing the same thing over and over again. Let me test the IPFS extraction. Yes. Wow, this is intense, guys. Just to get IPFS hash out of bytecode. Alright, yes. Boom. Rebuilding the front end. Booping. Yes. Update the implementation summary. Ooh, I think we're almost ready to test again, guys. Cooking. Boom. All right. Yada, yada, yada. npm run dev. Here we go. Forget what round we're on right now. Let's copy this wallet. Copy. Create wallet. Paste. Create wallet. Oh, snaps. Sign transaction. Transaction sent. Register wallet. Did that go through? Boom. Okay. We got an error here. It says structural sharing requires data to be JSON serializable. To fix this, turn off your structural sharing, return JSON serializable data from your query function. Okay, okay. Copy. What happens if I refresh this page? Interesting. Got an interesting error in the console after signing the register message. Oh my gosh, I feel like we're so close, folks. Hmm. Yep, yep. Addresses are big int values sometimes. So it's converting big int to strings or numbers in the service layer or disable yada yada yada. Let's make them all JSON serializable. Still no dice. Alright. Oh, so close, guys. So close. Doo -doo 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 -doo. Oh man, we're going long tonight. Okay. Well, let's rerun this. I believe we deployed at least one wallet. Um, okay. Right now, the connected account is an owner of at least one multi-sig wallet, but I'm not seeing it on the UI. Adding some debugging. Refresh the page, check the browser console, share what you see in the console. Easy enough. Refresh. Connect wallet. Okay. I'll start up here. Alright. Back to cursor. Oh my gosh, guys, we're so close. If I could just see the wallet, I'll be happy for tonight. I might have to call it sooner rather than later, though. Alright, refresh the page. Let's refresh the page. Nope, that didn't work. Let's refresh a few times. Why not? Okay, we got some more issues here. Okay. Fixing a TypeScript error while they're at it. Well, guys, I have to say, in, I don't know, about 2 hours, made pretty good progress on building out a multi-sig application here. let's see what happens. Oh, there it is. Boom. New transaction. Here we go. Here we go. Let's see here. That's not my address, is it? No. Let's send some Quai to it. Let's send 10 Quai. Quai's first multi-sig? Probably, I mean, we got a long ways to go. We got a long ways to go. But we're making progress. We're making progress. Let's refresh this. Did my transaction go through? Failed. Why does that fail? Copy. Why did that fail? Let's try this again. 10 Quai. Send. Why is this a contract call? Failed. How come I can't just send Quai to it? Okay. Hmm. Interesting. I should just be able to send Quai to this address. I don't know why I can't just send Quai to this address. Okay. Why can't I just send Quai to the multi-sig wallet address? All transactions attempting to send Quai to the wallet multi-sig wallet address, this one, are failing. No, it's actually failing on the blockchain. So you can see that, where'd it go? You can see that here. I tried to send 10 Quai to this contract address. You know what else I'm noticing? I don't think this is a valid contract address. I think we're missing some characters here. That's probably why it's failing. Um, yeah. It might not be reporting the multisig wallet address accurately. Oh, the contract was missing a receive function. Wah wah wah. It's still weird that the address seems short. man. I really want this to work, but I might have to dip. Ah, crap. Yep. Damn. Well, we'll pick this back up tomorrow, guys. This has been fun. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. As always, you guys you guys are rock stars. We're gonna save this state over here. And do another check-in. Still sitting around 50K in 24-hour revenue on Quai network. Hash rate is continuing to climb in Kapow, relatively flat in Shaw. And I'm gonna say that trend's still up on script, but it is starting to flatten out. Um, Still profitable across the board. Guys, this is positive vibes only from this point forward over here at Quai Network. Hash rate is the game. We are the most profitable token to mine, and we are now merge mined with 4 other blockchains using those subsidy rewards to buy back and burn Quai. So, this is the only blockchain with positive vibes only. A real economic flywheel that will take us from our current market cap uh, upwards. But not financial advice. Do your own freaking research because that's what we're all about over here at Quiet Network. Guys, don't miss out on this conversation between Dr. K and Jordan Hall. You can get it over at Wolfram Blockchain Labs on YouTube. I believe Quiet Network just dropped a tweet on it as well. So be sure to check that out. These are the kind of conversations we're here to have, all about solving all the issues of the monetary system to further humanity, individual sovereignty, and freedom for all. Fix the money, fix the world. Coin Network is picking up where crypto left off. So these are the kind of conversations I live for. I hope you guys enjoy it. Please, please, please let us know if you have any and all feedback. Let's continue the conversation over in Discord. The community is cracked. They've been around for almost 5 years now. Make sure you're signed up for Kipper Money if you're just tuning in and hanging out with us. The community loves sharing Quai with anybody and everybody on X who engages with us about, the world's first globally scalable, decentralized energy dollar with cash-like privacy properties. Step one, full market maturity in Quai, and with this proof of work economic flywheel, we have a path to get there. Dr. K earlier today dropped some alpha on what SOAP 2.0 is going to look like. Again, the name of the game is hash rate, guys. And he projects by the time Bitcoin conference comes around next year, 2027, Coin Network will be hosting the majority of Bitcoin's hash rate. So that's quite a claim. If you're curious on how we can achieve that, stick around for more content, guys. We will be with Wolf Crypto, or Wolf Bitcoin, as they're now called, tomorrow in the afternoon, talking about all things mining with a slew of bosses in the mining space, guys. So Aussie Miner, Alpha Mine, Hobbyist Miner swings by there, but we got folks hanging out in that space talking mining. I always learn something new in those spaces. So if you're into mining, definitely check that out. You won't want to miss that. I'll be live again tomorrow afternoon per usual, and then we got a good Quiet Friday planned for you guys. So tons of content to come. Expect more interviews to be popping out the door real soon. But definitely, guys, check out this video with Jordan Hall. I hope you understand why we're so excited to sit down with the likes of Jordan Hall, big thinker in this space. He's been around Bitcoin and a ton of folks who are thinking about solutions to the meta crisis for quite a long time. And he aptly sees how Quai Network fits into that framework and serves a major role. So You're still early over here at Quai Network. Make sure you snag Kipper money, get your hands on some Quai if you need even more Quai. We are traded on Mexi, Gate IO, and L Bank soon. Soon, Kraken. Soon. I promise, guys, it's right around the corner. If you want to swap those useless tokens for more useful ones, you can do that at Let's Exchange and Swap Space. And now you can swap USDT for Quai over at buyquai.com. Guys, if you got USDT on Ethereum, Binance, or Solana, you can swap that USDT for Quai using buyquai.com. No KYC, no geo restrictions. It's a free for all over there. But any and every way you can get your hands on Quai, we're trying to make it an option for you. So keep your eyes peeled for more of that. Be sure to share these spaces and bring more folks in. We have a ton of Tangent hardware wallets to give away. So we're getting closer to 1,000 followers. As soon as we hit that mark, we'll be handing out some of the best hardware wallets in the business. Definitely for the price. Probably the best value purchase in crypto you can ever make is the ability to secure your bags without having to plug it in to charge a battery. But these are what they look like. Limited time only. The giveaways, the actual manufacturing process has stopped, so you can't buy these anymore. You can only get them via giveaways. So keep your eyes peeled for that. We'll have a ton of more opportunities to hand these out, so you guys can be a part of Quai history and the world's first globally decentralized energy dollar with, again, privacy, guys, privacy. Quai Network launched after 7 years of research, design, and development to deliver a blockchain that had all the features you need to truly exit the global monetary system and not have to go back. But the journey is just getting started. Really glad you guys were able to tune in today. Shout out everybody, Matt, Dan, Hex Flippening, Meme Bus. I'm missing some folks. But you guys absolutely rock. Thanks for tuning in. We will catch you all tomorrow. Have a good night, everyone. Peace out.